Hello there. So if you've watched this in sequence from the previous video, then you'll understand why we're doing this. If this is a first time and it's a video for you, then that's absolutely great and welcome to Logic Language Learning. So can I remind you, as with Logic Language Learning videos with lots of grammar and lots of exercises, the text will be underneath. Okay, so instead of me keep turning around and not seeing you, the description will be underneath the video. So if you click on the down arrow, you will see that there, and everything will be written out beautifully, and feel free to copy and paste and do what you want with that information. Be aware that when you click on a video, you won't always see that, so you do need to open that up. So, as per usual, if you like the channel and you like the video, please do subscribe and like, and comment me, and leave any comments for anything else you want answering. So, what we're looking at today are four very common verbs and something special that happens with all of them. So let's get cracking. So this will be written underneath. So can you give me the verb to start, which as we know is like to commence in English. So commencer, commencer. Good? So I start, je commence. I started, j'ai commencé. I will start, je commencerai. I'm going to start, je vais commencer. There's nothing really too difficult about that one. Only possible little shout out is if you've got we start, nous commençons, we'll have a little cedilla, yeah, because a C in French needs a cedilla, needs the little tail if it's not got an E or an I. Yeah, that's for the more advanced spellers, which will be written underneath again. The basic verb. We've also got this idea then, that in French, if you say one verb and then the second verb we call the long form. Well, I call the long verb, the infinitive, the to form. So, I want to come is je veux venir. Yeah, it's the long form of the verb. I like to dance, j'aime danser. It's the long form of the verb. If you say, right, I like, j'aime, dance, dance, you're saying I like dance. Okay, that works in English because dance is a noun. Okay. J'aime parler, if you said j'aime parle, it's like I like speak, which makes you sound a little bit alien, okay? So most of the time, if you're dealing with two verbs, and it's not I have spoken, if it's I prefer to dance, I love to dance, I hate to dance, the second verb will just be the nice long form. And normally we go straight from one verb to the next. So I love to dance, j'aime danser, nothing in the middle. He prefers to dance, il préfère danser. He hates to dance, il déteste danser. Okay? Now, some verbs have what we call the preposition, and I don't want you to obsess about grammar as well. You know, I hate people thinking about grammar rather than speaking, but what is that word saying? It's a preposition. Yeah, it's before, it's in a position before whatever you're dealing with, really. So, it's going before your verb here is a good way of thinking about it. In simplistic terms, you're sticking a little word in. You are sticking a little word in, okay? And as you know, you will have come across them already. Some of these little words in French are a and de. So today's chart is that when you use commencer and then you're going into another verb, you're going to have commencer à. So for example, I'm starting to speak, I'm starting speaking, both are correct in English. Je commence à parler, not je commence parler, okay? I'm continuing, let's do it while we're on the same thing, and I've made this little table so that you see the two C ones are quite common, and they have an à, okay? I'm continuing to speak, je continue à parler, not je continue parler, okay? Now that's quite an annoying little reflex to develop because you're getting into I want to speak, je veux parler. I continue to speak, je continue à parler. And I can promise you that when you've cracked this, you will start sticking à and de in everywhere when they're not needed. That's not a problem, yeah? That's not a problem. As I'd said to somebody last week, my student Richard, who used to do this years ago, and I corrected him and said, You've totally dropped out of this now. It's a really good sign. It shows that you're quite up for prepositions, okay? So, can I remind you then that this only happens when you have another verb. So if you said I started, j'ai commencé. Yeah, we don't say j'ai commencé à. If you had I continued, he continued, il a continué. Fine, yeah? If it was he started the work, il a commencé le travail, that's fine, because le travail is a thing. He continued. Let me think. The journey. Il a continué le voyage. Fine. We don't need it there. It's just when you go from this verb to another verb. Okay? While we're there, before we do some examples, essayer, to try. And I always teach people this verb, just think you try your best with an essay. Essayer. Okay? I'd like to think you tried your best with an essay. So, dumb little thing to remember with essayer, and indeed any verb in French where you have Y-E-R at the end, when you're not dealing with an ending, yeah, so when you end on the essay sound, not essayant, or essayer, or essayerait, or essayera, when you just end on the essay, the A part, you are going to change the Y for an I. Any verb in French where you have a Y, so nettoyer, to clean, double T-O-Y-E-R, I clean, double T-O-I-E. So that's another little peculiar, speak English, Luke, that is another little peculiarity with this verb. But again then, so this time we have essayer de. So I'm going to try to speak. Je vais essayer de parler. Yeah, not je vais essayer parler. And again, if you had I'm going to try the beef in a restaurant, je vais essayer le bœuf. Yeah, there's no problem. You don't have to, I'm going to try the pork, je vais essayer le porc. There's no reason to do this unless there's another verb coming, yeah, the long form. So I tried to do something, j'ai essayé de faire quelque chose. He tried to come, il a essayé de venir. On the same side we have the verb décider. Yeah? Anything we need to remember with décider? Just the spelling, just that we are saying de, not de, cider, so we have the accent. It's at the beginning of the word, yeah? It's short, décider, yeah? It's not décider, so we have the one going bottom left to top right, the acute, yeah? The aigu, okay? So, the other one is called a grave, okay? So, I decided to come, j'ai décidé de venir, yeah? I decided to do it, j'ai décidé de le faire, okay? I decided to speak to him, j'ai décidé de lui parler, okay? Now, I'm going to give you some examples, and then we'll try something more amusing. So, I started to speak, j'ai commencé à parler. He tried to give me, il a essayé de me donner, okay? Something. We are trying to finish. Nous essayons de finir. We are continuing to learn. Nous continuons à apprendre. Yeah, or on continue à apprendre. So that's pretty straightforward. The C ones at the moment have an A, the E and the D have a D. Now notice what happens if we mix them. I'm going to start to try to do it. I'm going to start trying to do it. I'm going to start trying to do it. Je vais commencer à essayer de le faire. Okay? Quick side note, though, those of you that go, hang on, de and le becomes du. De and le does not, I wish I could speak English, de and le do not become do. I can't speak English, do, when you have, when le means something, okay? He decided to continue to try to do it. He decided to continue to try to do it. Il a décidé de continuer à essayer de le faire. So even if you combine these, okay, it's getting a bit odd as a sentence, okay? We just say, oh, he decided to have another go or something. You know, il a décidé d'essayer encore une fois, again one time. But if you did do this, yeah, fine, this will happen every time, okay? Now, there will be times with continuing where you might see a de, there will be other things going on, but this is certainly, as far as everyday speech is concerned, GCSE and A-level, this is absolutely important. Also, commence is a command, isn't it? Start. Yeah, so start doing it. commence à le faire. Yeah? Yeah. So, I think that's pretty straightforward. So, I want you to start to be able to. Je veux que vous... What did I say? I want you to start. Je veux que vous commenciez à... Okay, well that's subjunctive with the plural vous. If you don't understand that, watch the subjunctive video. So I want you to start, you individually. Je veux que tu commences à le faire. Okay, I've decided to explain it. J'ai décidé de l'expliquer. I'm going to continue to make videos. Je vais continuer à faire les vidéos. I'm going to try to help. Je vais essayer de vous aider. Okay? Lovely. Straightforward video. Any problems at all? Let me know.